Hello everyone, Richard again with the second half of our split episode. We hope that we're providing some inspiration for your games at home. Want to give another huge thank you to the guys over at Midnight Syndicate. Thanks to them for letting us use their wonderful music. Check them out at www.midnightsyndicate.com. And again, another huge thank you to Swordco Soundscapes for letting us use the wonderful sound effects. Check them out at youtube.com/Swordco Soundscapes. All right, on to the second half of our split episode.
Okay.
Well, let us investigate.
Let us investigate.
So, should we split up? This is a really big room.
So this is kind of like the room.
This is where Elvis would come?
This is kind of like in the Blues Brothers, right? Where they go to the bar that's behind the cage.
Oh.
Where they go to the stage.
Oh, I was thinking about the end scene.
And it's got chicken wire in front of it so that they all, no matter what they do, they're always throwing bottles. If they like you or they don't like you, they throw bottles. And shatters.
Yeah. No, this is where
they do rawhide.
This is where Elvis would come perform.
Yes, yeah. Or Johnny Cash.
Mm-hmm,
Johnny
exactly.
Cash.
Interesting. I thought it was going to be a library, and I was hoping it was a library because then
there'd be information in it.
Well, not just information, but the Splatterman's book. That's what I was hoping for. Okay, so there's the blocked off part with the where Elvis would be. That's just what I'm going to keep saying. It looks like, and we can't see all of this, but it looks like there's not a way for us to access that from this room. I guess that's something we'll find if we keep looping around. Can we see doors, I guess, on the other side?
You can see it when you look through the bars, looking at the stage. It looks like there's doors on either side. That would be like the stage doors.
Okay.
But you cannot access them from in here.
So we can explore this room and then find our way to backstage.
Let us explore.
All right.
Okay. I need to know where you are in the room.
Vivian is right in front of center stage. She's interested in this, who would come to perform here. She doesn't really know a lot about prisons.
Okay.
She wasn't part of that volunteer group with her church.
Roderick is veering slightly off to the north, looking at and under the benches.
Okay.
He hasn't gotten very far. There's like 3 rows of benches. He's only in the first row.
Right.
Zenobia sees that there's what looks like another door, and she wants to cross over to check it out.
All right, but before you do that, I need Zenobia, Vivian, and Dwarfy to give me a fortitude save.
Dwarfy's good at those, except when I roll a natural 2.
16.
Is this a enchantment or enchantment spell or effect?
It is a haunt.
Oh, well. Old news. 21.
21. All right, and Zenobia, what was yours?
16.
16? All right. So, Vivian and Zenobia, you notice when you get into this center part of the room right here, that it gets really cold all of a sudden. Dwarfy, not only does he feel that it is cold, but he also...
What are you going to do to him? Put that dice down.
Yep. He's rolling dice.
He will also take 3 points of cold damage.
Uh-oh.
And 1 point of strength damage.
Oh, strength.
Wow.
Well, that's no good.
What would do that?
So what does Dwarfy experience as this is happening?
As Dwarfy stands here, he's hit with the emotions of feeling like his life is over. And it gets so cold and he gets so down and depressed that he just starts feeling weaker and weaker and losing all will to live, basically.
Wow.
What are you pointing at me for? I don't voice him.
No, it's your job to cheer him up, but...
Oh. I'm not going over there. There's a haunt over there.
Yeah, I didn't know what you were trying to imply either.
Yeah.
But we don't see anything else manifest?
You do not see anything else
just
manifest.
This feeling?
Just that feeling.
Does he say anything?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know that unless he said something.
Yeah, what's Dwarfy say?
He doesn't say anything with this. He just can tell.
Does he whimper?
He doesn't whimper. He seems almost frozen in place.
Oh, weird.
Vivian, did you feel that? Dwarfy, did you feel that? Dwarfy!
What?
Dwarfy!
It's cold. And then Vivian's standing right next to Dwarfy. They're both kind of looking at the stage, and she turns over and looks at him.
Feeling cold. No. This is...
Vivian, move him.
This is it. This is all there is.
Can I roll a knowledge?
Knowledge religion.
Oh. 14? Yeah.
21 from Roderick.
14? It would make sense that she was a bit distracted because she's also cold.
I'm sorry, 23.
23. Roderick can tell, looking at this, that this is a haunt known as a cold spot haunt.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
We've had poltergeists, we've had cold spots.
Cold spots are a known thing. So it makes, yeah.
The description of cold spots. You would know that cold spots occur at sites of traumatic deaths, of creatures that they lack the psychic potential, the psychic strength of becoming full-fledged ghosts.
Okay.
It's funny that Roderick knows this because Richard's the only one at the table who doesn't know what this is.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know either.
And it's,
Oh, wow.
You've never heard of a cold spot?
Nope.
you would also know that these creatures are stuck in this feeling of death. They want to escape the feeling of coldness, of not being alive anymore, that they suck the warmth out of any living creature that goes by.
Oh, that's so sad. So Dwarfy's here panicking, and he's saying, he's like, this is it.
This is it. I'm never leaving here.
No, Vivian grabs him. She's like, no, Dwarfy, that's not true. And she hugs him and channels positive energy.
Okay.
Nice.
6 points.
6 points. All right.
Max channeling.
I'm sorry, but I just see, because of Dwarfy's feelings, I just see him just snuggling those boobies.
She's wearing armor, but yeah, I see it too.
Well, there, it's curved in the armor.
Yes, so he's got his little
still
head in there.
boob.
Yeah,
Well, that's how you know that he is
feeling better.
feeling as down as he is, because he was just basically lifeless standing there.
He doesn't
As you
motor
looked at-
boater.
Didn't do anything like that.
He's not better after the channel?
He's a little better, but he's still stuck in this cold.
So,
Now, do we know what it is?
Let's roll for initiative. Let's do this in initiative
Okay.
rounds.
All right, do we know what this is?
A haunt. Yeah.
I think
No, we know it's a haunt,
we
but
can assume that Roderick shared the information.
Roger, this is
Okay.
a cold spot. It is a weak ghost that cannot manifest but wants to be released.
Man.
You lower initiative
5.
again. Yeah, I got a little higher than you.
Jeez. Aw, jeez. It's a Minnesota spell.
oh, geez, dear.
Oh yeah, big fella.
So you're from Chicago, not Minnesota, but it's. I was gonna say.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
I've been watching
All right.
Fargo.
Thurskell, what'd you get initiative-wise?
19.
19. Zenobia,
5.
5. Vivian,
7.
7. Roderick,
14.
14. And Dwarfy.
13.
Nice,
13.
Roderick. Dwarfy.
Since I got branded and boiled, I guess I'm not feeling quite as...
I mean, that's a good reason to feel a bit off.
All right. So first up in the initiative then is Thurskell.
Who, me?
It is you.
Okay, so I don't know what to hit. Honestly, I know there's a monster in here somewhere, but I don't know where it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab Dwarfy. I'm going to walk up, grab him, and pull him towards me, trying to get him out of that area.
Okay. So you walk up to Dwarfy.
Who's in Vivian's bosom, unresponding. That's not a word.
Unresponsive.
Unresponsive.
And as you would reach in to grab Dwarfy, I need you to make that same fortitude save.
13.
13. All right. So you feel the cold spot, but you don't feel that depression, overwhelming lifelessness.
So sad.
Okay, so I reach in and I grab him. Can I move, or do I just hold him until my next turn?
Good question.
Because what I was going to do is reach in, grab him, and pull him back.
Where you're placed right now, he wouldn't really have to move. He'd just have to reach forward. So I think
So,
you can pull him out.
Yeah. You can grab him.
So I'm going to grab him and then
Roll a
pull-
grappling check against me. Just kidding.
So I'm going to pull him like into the farthest piece of the room that I can get to. Like that's like right behind me. So just out of the cold spot basically.
Okay. Roderick.
All right, so with his knowledge religion, can he tell there's a specific area that the haunt is manifesting?
What was your roll that you did? How high was it?
Is it 22, I think? 22 or 23?
23. So you would know it's in these, what was it, that's 6 squares there, where Dwarfy was, the square up from that, where Vivian and Zenobia are, and then the the next 3 squares, or next 2 squares there.
Okay, so if Roderick just opened up some holy water and poured it from where he's standing, he could hit the haunt area?
Mm-hmm.
Would that work?
Yep, you can do that.
So he pulls out some holy water from his cloak and pops it open and pours it on the ground.
Okay.
Does he say anything as he does it?
He said, blast it, because he rolled 2 1s on the 2d4.
Ooh.
So 2 points of holy water damage
2
to
points
the
of holy water
cold
damage.
spot.
All right.
Yay. Go mark that off my sheet.
Next up is Dwarfy, who, as Thurskell pulls him out of that affected area, Dwarfy starts warming up and feeling more like himself. He's still not completely back yet, but he's like, I need a drink.
Oh, Dwarfy.
Next up, I need Vivian and Zenobia to make me another fortitude save.
Uh-oh. I really didn't expect that to happen. Makes sense. Oh, no.
Don't we get a turn?
Well, it's an initiative thing, so this one got to go first. That's a 6 for old Viv.
6. All right.
I'm gonna guess that's a fail.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Natural 20.
There you go.
Very nice.
So Zenobia still feels cold, but
5.
is feeling okay. Vivian suddenly, it's almost as if when Dwarfy hugged you, it's almost like he passed it on to
transferred
you.
it.
Transferred that. So it's almost like you're an empath at this moment, feeling that heavy weight of depression, and especially after just seeing your name all over the wall in that previous room.
She's very open to that type of thing in this moment. And then as a cleric, I feel like on a certain level she welcomes it from a relieving others of a burden. But it's still awful.
Yes. Luckily, you only take 1 point of cold damage, but you do also take that 1 point of strength damage.
Yeah, like that's a big issue for me. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking on my sheet where to write it. All right. So my strength is 10, so it doesn't go down to -1 yet, right? It would go down at 8.
There's a debate in the rules, but we've previously ruled that it does.
It goes down.
Yes.
That makes sense to me.
Because 10 would be the point.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. Okay, so now I'm down to -1. So my strength is 10. I took 1 point per the way we're playing it. I'm now down to -1 as my modifier. Okay. And so she's just, as that transfers over into her, she just shivers and just shudders. And she's, I feel like this is a different helplessness than she felt before with it. So it's an interesting juxtaposition.
This also, it's not her own helplessness. She can tell it's somebody else's helplessness that she's feeling.
Yeah, and I think that's so sad to her, and that so she just starts crying, and she's just like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's okay." And she's trying to talk to this feeling and trying to sympathize with it. Not trying to sympathize. She's trying to calm it, I guess is the feeling.
And it is Vivian's turn. Does she do anything in this round?
Can she do anything? Is she allowed to?
You're still allowed to take your turn. You're not.
She's going to channel again.
Okay.
She feels very strongly about relieving this pain for all this suffering. Ooh, 6 again.
6?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All right. And as I can kind of see this one as the voices and the depression get heavier and louder and louder and louder to the point where Vivian just says no. Just stop. And as she does that, it's almost like this pulse expands out of her, and that area that was cold is now warm, and the voice is quiet.
Nice.
And everything's back to normal.
Are we out of initiative?
Out of initiative.
Oh, okay.
Well done, Vivian. It seems you have
Excellent,
consecrated
Vivian.
the area.
Her eyes were closed during all of that. She's kind of clutching her breast.
I think we may need to get behind the bars to find out what caused that
I
and
wasn't
what we can
finished
do.
describing my scene. She was clutching her chest and her eyes flutter open. She says, they're at peace now. What about the bars?
I think we will need to get behind those bars to find what is causing this, to permanently put them at peace.
Perhaps. Let's continue looking through this room first, though.
Agreed.
Those of you that know about Harrowstone and are from this area, give me a knowledge local or history if you have those.
So that's Roderick.
Roderick has neither.
Zenobia. I thought you had knowledge local.
Nope.
So Zenobia's our knowledge local.
Yeah.
Guru.
11.
11. You're not quite sure what... you know that this room was the auditorium. You might have heard rumors that this also was kind of like a makeshift courtroom.
Oh, that makes sense.
It does. It makes more sense to me, actually, than having Johnny Cash come in and play the Harrowstone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so messed up. Sort of make an example out of people.
Yeah, with that, and then just based on the feelings that both Dwarfy and Vivian had, you could assume that with it being a courtroom and those feelings, that this is likely where most of them were sentenced to death.
Oh, yeah, that makes perfect sense, and that's awful.
And there are probably those that died during the fire waiting for their sentence.
Kind of like the other waiting room. This is a really sad floor.
It really is.
I mean, this is a sad
I mean,
place.
it's a prison.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
Just wait until we get to the basement.
It's a prison where the worst of the worst were housed.
I'm hoping that won't be as sad as just horrifying and awful.
Probably, honestly. That's my expectation.
I don't know if that's better, but I don't know. Anyway.
So Thurskill does want to inspect the cage to see if there is a place to get in onto the dais up there.
There's not from this room. The only way to get through would be to go out and around and through the stage doors.
But are
on
we
the
going to
side.
explore the rest of the room to see if there's...
Absolutely.
Yes.
There's nothing there.
All right.
All right,
fine.
so
There's nothing in the pews?
No. You explore the rest of the room. You go through the pews. You realize there's nothing there. After Thurskill double checks to look up on the dais, up on that stage, you see there's no way to get through the bars here. The only way to get up there is through those side doors on the other side of the bars. So continue
through the west door.
through the western door.
It's just basically we're walking straight across.
Walking straight across, and you're currently back in that original room where the doors slammed closed and
Okay.
shut you in. So you're back at the front of the building.
We appear to have come full circle.
So are we done? Can we go home?
Well, so our options now are... No, absolutely not. That's silly. But our options are the north-south hallway that I believe Dwarfy ran down in fear earlier. And then we have this eastern door that will probably take us backstage. So...
Do you want to check the hallway first?
I do.
Yep, the door to the hallway is already open, and we've already been up and down it. So,
That's where I think we should check first.
yes, let's check those doors.
And I know there was nothing there to harm me because nothing hit me as I ran through it.
At least not in the hallway, so that's good advice, Dorothy.
This is true.
Good intel.
So are we going to go to that end and start with this, or work each room in
Good question.
I think we should go each room in order, and since we have enough space in this hallway, Roderick is going to use open close to open them from a distance.
Fun.
Okay.
All right, so we're out of the main Flaming Skull room, and we've opened into this hallway. Roderick closes the first door.
All right.
And it's a 2x2 hallway, so we're walking 2x2.
So you
Zenobia and Roderick in front.
open the southernmost door here of these in the hallway. You see what appears to have once been stairs going down, but this whole area has been filled with rubble, and there's no way past it.
We're gonna have to go down the elevator shaft.
Give me a knowledge local or knowledge history roll, those who have it.
So, Zenobia.
She's rolling crappy. 8.
Is that with your bonus?
Yes.
Bummer.
Yeah, they're not quite sure why this is filled with rubble, but there is no way past it.
Bummer, man.
Well, this looks like it was a way down, but it is not anymore. Let's check the next door.
Let's do.
So Roderick closes the next door.
All right, going to the next door, you look in there and you see what appears to be stairs going up.
This is the staircase to the second floor that we saw from the other side.
Did we see this when we were on the second floor? Okay. Spatial awareness is hard sometimes. All right.
Well, we know where that leads.
The mosquitoes.
Yes.
Well, we killed him.
All right, there's one more
Not
door in this
anymore.
hallway.
Yes.
All right,
Third door's the charm.
and you open this third door,
Magically.
and you find basically a broom closet.
Are there brooms in
closet?
it?
There's some old, dusty brooms.
There's some-
few spider webs.
There's some 409.
We're going to inspect it thoroughly.
There's some 407. They haven't quite made it to 9 yet.
I rolled an 18 perception.
18 perception. You see a little spider that looks like the crab spiders in the chapel, but this one's tiny. It's a baby one as it starts crawling its way up.
That's cute and horrifying at the same time.
It's horrifying.
Okay, so that's great. Nothing else to look in this hallway. As we're walking back down to go to the backstage area, can Dwarfy roll a stone cutting on the rubble?
Yeah.
That is a natural 17. It's a 22.
All right. So with that, Dwarf, you can tell that this rubble wasn't just natural cave-in. This was a trap was set off to cover
Got it.
the stairs. Essentially, between that and the history of knowing the prison, this was the initial, when the prisoner started rebelling in the dungeon, the trap was sprung
Oh, right.
to block it off to keep them from getting out.
Oh, man.
So there were rocks on the second floor that were released.
Yes.
Ugh. Yeah, it just sucks. It's just awful. Ugh.
There are precautions you have to take when you are dealing with the worst prisoners that are known to man.
I understand. It doesn't make it any less horrifying, Roderick.
No, but necessary. So, to the backstage room.
All right. So you go back down the hallway through the door with through the entryway with the slamming doors and onto the backstage area.
So now's the time for your magic, Roderick. Your magic lock unlock.
Very well. Please stand back. And Roderick attempts to open the door remotely.
All right. You open the door.
Here.
And you see little stairs going up to the stage area.
All right. Let us investigate.
Okay.
Who's got stage fright? Not me.
So you want to go first?
As you go up the stairs onto the stage, you see almost looks a bit different when you're looking from the stage out through the bars into the auditorium. You do see a podium. It does look like it has some old papers on it. That would probably be sentencing papers, but it looked like it was left rather abruptly.
Can't imagine why.
You don't really see anything else of note, but you do see another door straight in front of you as you continue to the east.
All right. And Roderick casts the same spell on that one.
Open, close?
Open, close. But it sounds weird to say open, close when I'm specifically opening something.
Sounds like you're opening it and then just closing it.
Like Dwarfy kicking the door.
Right in his face.
They used to call this lock knock.
Simulated effect.
Lock knock.
Is that really what they called it? That's
the
fun.
lock knock spell.
Well, I think they changed it just to knock, and that's for locked doors.
Locked things.
Well, in the other universe, it could lock or unlock doors.
All right. So
That's why we called it lock knock. There's one spell.
as Roderick casts open close on this door, you can basically see like the door is trying to move, but it doesn't open.
Uh-oh.
It would appear this was locked.
Detect magic?
Oh, it's because yours only opens it if it's unlocked, right? It doesn't
Correct.
unlock stuff.
Correct.
So it's a lousy version of lock knock.
Yes.
Yeah. No, knock is a second level spell.
Detect magic, just in case.
You don't detect magic on the door, but since you're close enough to that area, you can sense that there's magic inside that room.
She's getting a reading.
Be cautious, everyone. For once in this entire flippin' place, I detect magic.
But you do also notice that this door, as compared to the other doors in this building that have been just heavy wooden doors, this one is a heavy metal door. It is solid.
Goodness.
Do we want to guess what this would be before we go into it? Because it's connected to this. Is this where the judge would hang out? Is this where...
I think, yeah, that's where the judge would hang out. And that's why it's so fortified, is to protect him from the prisoners, correct?
You'd think there'd be a way to get out of it.
Or it's the holding cell where they're waiting.
But it connects to the front of the stage.
You're right. You're right. It does.
To my mind, we do not have any means of getting in, other than attempting to break the door down.
Just give me a wisdom check. Just general wisdom check.
Ooh, I gotcha.
I failed.
Gotcha. 20.
20.
It wasn't that as impressive as I thought it would be.
Well, Vivian, you would remember that Visoriana told you that you would find the magical items you needed for defeating the other spirits of Harrowstone on this floor. So you would assume that there would be a property vault.
Yeah. It's where they put all their shit. Like when they don't get
Everything
it.
they confiscate.
It's a vault.
It's a vault. Yes.
It's a vault. That's why the door's metal.
So how do we get in?
Break it down, I guess?
Okay, stand back, everybody.
It's a metal door. We would have a very slim, if any, chance of opening it, but it will take all three or four of us if we can.
Wait, before we do that, did anybody try and open it?
Yes, I already did. It is
Not
locked.
with magic, I mean just open the door.
Well, you can go try Thursko.
So Thursko walks over to the door and he grabs the handle and he pulls as hard as he can.
And it says
Push.
Push. But it is a locked door, so it does not open.
Alright, so when he first pulls it and it just it's stuck. He does it over and over again until somebody pulls him off.
There's go.
I have to get in.
But I think we have to try something else.
Fine, let's try some. What's your idea? I'm curious. What is your idea?
Oh, I think we should hit it.
Okay. And then he hits it with his hammer.
Oh, no.
No.
Nope, it's too late. He's already hit it with his hammer.
No, that is a bad idea.
It's too late. He already hit it with his hammer with a natural 20.
Wow. Okay.
Would dungeoneering help at all with this?
No, not with this one.
All right, so natural 20. All right,
Natural
confirm
20.
it.
Wow.
Confirm the critical hit on a door.
Natural 1.
Well, you still hit the door. So roll damage on the door.
You ain't getting through the hardness of a metal door.
Oh, wait. Is it the D20? Or is it my...
No.
No, it's your damage.
die.
Whatever your damage is.
6.
6. Your hammer, you strike it true, but it basically bounces off.
Oh. Well, that didn't work.
We will need to use strength to force it.
I thought I just did.
To force it. So Roderick pulls out his crowbar, and I think Roderick actually has the highest strength modifier.
Also,
You have a crowbar?
Don't
I have a
you?
+3 on my strength modifier.
Oh, so Roderick and Thurskill are tied.
also Vivian can cast Bit of Luck and or Guidance and or Bit of Luck.
Yeah, so guidance first, because that's a minute, right? And then Bit of Luck, which is only one round. So we have to decide between the two of us who is going to roll the check, and then everyone
boy.
else will want to aid.
What's Dwarfy strength?
Plus
There's down
2.
1. So, okay.
So Zenobia and Dwarfy will roll to aid.
Yeah. Roll what?
Wait, so who's rolling? Who's doing the main roll?
You're rolling a d20 and adding your strength modifier, trying to hit, is it 10?
So what's the plan? All three of you, Zenobia, Thurskill, and Roderick?
No, Thurskill hit it with his hammer and it didn't work, so now he's just gonna, use his bare hands to try and open it.
And Roderick hands him a crowbar.
So rather than just bounce off it, you're going to
Pry it.
pry it.
Okay, so Vivian's going to cast Guidance on you, Thurskill.
What does guidance do?
It gives you a +1 to your roll. And then she's going to cast a Bit of Luck on you as well.
Okay, so...
And right as he goes, the Roderick, Dwarfy, and Zenobia all roll to aid.
Can I roll to aid too? It won't do anything.
I would say you're probably too far away from the door to
Fair
even
enough.
reach it.
That's true. It's a small hallway.
Well, Roderick aided, but Dwarfy didn't. So that's a +2 from Roderick.
16.
Yeah, so you aid, so that's +4.
So you're up to +4.
And you get +2 for the crowbar for the circumstance bonus.
So that's +6.
So we roll to be able to add our strength to it.
yes.
Would-
So
We're adding a +2
it's not
to
your
him.
strength. It's just a +2 bonus.
Yeah,
5.
if you roll
So what do you have to roll to be successful?
higher than 10.
Higher than 10.
And if you roll
Got it.
higher than
so
10
I did. And he gets 2 more
Yeah.
points out of
So
roll.
you're up to +7 with their aids, the crowbar, and guidance, and then you get to roll twice because of Bit of Luck.
Okay, so with... You said +7?
Yes.
And then you add your strength modifier
plus your
as well.
strength modifier.
So 7 plus... That's 10.
Yeah, so total
So
+10.
16. Does that do anything?
So it's 26.
26, nothing. But you're rolling twice for the
it's 6
bit
on
of
the
luck.
die. 6 on the die.
Oh, 6 on the die?
My God.
16 doesn't do anything.
Good Lord, their skill.
Well, I've got the bit of luck. I got the bit of
All
luck.
right, let's try it once more.
That's better. 14 plus 7 is 21.
It's +3, so 24.
24.
Still not happening.
Does he feel like he almost got it?
Yeah, what happens to the door?
Started to give a little bit, but it didn't give enough.
All right, Roderick, you try. It's your turn.
We could try once more.
Very well, I'll give it a try.
So you're going to cast the same spell?
Guidance, Bit of Luck, and that's going to be my last Bit of Luck for the day.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
everybody.
Unless I can daze the door.
All right, let's go.
Wait, hold on. Aid.
Yeah, let's go
Alright.
for the rolls to aid. Dwarfy aids this
Natural
time.
20.
Yeah,
That's an aid.
could have used that last
Could use
time.
that.
Plus
True.
2.
Yeah.
So,
All right, so let's. Okay, so you've
Everybody aided.
If you got guidance, you've got everybody aided. So that's 2 from Zenobia, 2 from Thurskill, 2 from Dwarfy, and then 2 from the crowbar.
8.
So no, that's 9.
And then +1 from the guidance is 9.
No, I already added the guidance in. 8 plus 1 for guidance.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's why it's 9.
that's why it's 9.
Yeah, I just said the same thing, and then you said no, and then said
You
it a
said
different
8.
way.
The bonus is 9.
Yeah, I said 8, and then add the guidance is 9. Which doesn't
what
matter.
That doesn't matter.
Would-
That's the
would you
same
roll?
number.
What did you roll?
I haven't rolled yet. So that's 9, and Roderick's strength
And Bit of
modifier
Luck.
is +3.
And
so
Bit of Luck.
it's +12 to this roll. Bit of luck, roll twice. Come on.
Come on.
Natural 18, so that is a 30.
30, you're able to break open the door.
Oh, Roderick, that was wonderful.
And he is sweating profusely.
And I will say it was just barely.
Oh, good
Doesn't matter.
job. Good
Close counts in
job.
this.
Whew. My heart's pounding.
So what attacks us?
I was going to say, now that the door is open, what have we left out?
Nothing attacks you, but you do see a room full of definitely property, antique goods, wooden shelves. You can tell this room survived the fire. Nothing happened to it as far as damage-wise. It's lined in metal.
I was going to say it's probably fully lined.
So you see several items that contain tiny little tags where you can tell whose
This is another Blues Brother reference. Makes me think of, was it Frank Oz?
Yeah. One condom used.
But this is where, Vivian, you do notice one item is radiating magic.
All right, so she's immediately
Drawn to it.
eyes on that one. There. She points. She's not going to go in. She's had too much shit happen to her today.
So Roderick is panting, like I said, sweating profusely, but feeling pretty proud of himself that he was able to force this giant metal door open.
Yeah, man.
And Thurskill leans over to Dwarfy and goes, I loosened it.
I know you totally did. You totally did.
All right, so Vivian's just like, there, that's it. And what is she pointing at?
She's pointing at a wand.
Huh. Oh. Well, I thought it was going to be are Roderick's things, the religious symbols, radiating magic?
Yeah, I just haven't been saying that one because it's...
Okay, no.
You always know
but I
that
went
one's there.
that it's a wand, so I thought there was going to be a...
Who had a wand?
No one had a wand. I think it's just a wand.
Oh, okay.
All right, so she's
Then
like,
let's take it.
Oh, so she's gonna, she's like, oh, it's a wand. Do I have to get up closer to spellcraft it? I don't want to.
You'd probably know from the aura and everything that you can spellcraft it from where you are.
Natural 1.
Can I do a knowledge arcana on it?
It'd be a spellcraft to know.
Oh, I don't have spellcraft. I have knowledge arcana. Can I do a knowledge arcana on it?
Roderick can't use spellcraft?
Has anybody brought it to his attention?
I just said there. I've said it 3 times, and she's pointing at it.
He was panting from opening the door.
Yeah, no, he's a little bit in the moment. No, so he steps over a little bit and rolls spellcraft to see what it is. 20.
All right, this is a wand of lesser restoration.
Yes. Oh, wow.
With 12 charges.
Write that down, Vivian.
No wonder this room was locked.
And since, Roderick, have you gone inside the vault?
He stepped in, yeah.
Yes,
All right,
did.
so I'll tell you what else you see of note in the vault. So you see a few items. Some of it's just junk. Other things you do notice, you see a set of Masterwork Thieves' tools, a bronze war medallion from the Shining Crusade, an unframed Taldan painting of Stavian I, a set of noblewoman's silver hair clips, a Masterwork punching dagger, a pouch containing a dozen Masterwork shurikens, a Masterwork silver war razor, and that wand.
Wow. That's a lot of really cool stuff.
So can anybody use throwing
Hair clips?
stars?
Absolutely.
Well, I know that you want those. But, I mean, can anyone use throwing stars?
I can use any... I can use them. I can use any...
No, they're an exotic
You can use
weapon.
Yeah,
exotic
that's what
weapons.
I'm saying. It's an exotic weapon.
Yeah.
Well, if we can't use them, we can sell them.
Yeah,
It's true.
If you're a ninja, you can use them, but
Yeah.
a
But
monk.
What do
the
I
thieves'
have? I
tools
can
can
use-
can Zenobia, because she's part rogue, can she use the thieves' tools?
she'll be able to when she takes that
Yes.
trait
Okay.
or that talent.
Wow, this is a good haul.
But
Vivian,
where are the rest of the objects, though, that we're supposed to find on this floor?
Yes, this is all very neat, but it's not helping us in our journey.
No, we've only found one thing, right?
Yes,
And
just
not
the holy symbols.
here.
Well,
So where are the rest of
I mean,
them?
Visoriana can't leave her room, so...
We haven't checked everything in the room yet, so
Okay.
we can keep looking.
We can divide the loot later.
So, Vivian, besides that issue, as far as the stuff in this room, Vivian's kind of uncomfortable taking... She's cool with the wand, because, that has a practical use for what we're facing against. But, just the valuables, she feels kind of weird about taking stuff that belongs
We could just give it back to the government of Ravengrow. I mean, we're not just going to sell them. We don't have to.
Zenobia's looking at you a bit.
No.
No.
This is going to the
This is
museum.
going
It belongs in a museum.
It belongs in a museum, and we should be paid for it for what we've done.
Well, I mean, they usually pay you when you return stuff like
They
that.
might have family still in town that deserve the items of their people.
Okay, so who owns these silver hair clips?
I don't know, but we can ask.
Who
I think there's a
owns-
name on the tag of who they belong
Well,
to.
Thurskill, you slept with some of the council people, so why don't you tell us?
Well, I don't know.
Well,
That was quite feisty.
while all this bickering is going on, Dwarfy, roll me a perception check, plus your bonus for stone cutting.
10.
Is that with the bonus?
That is with the bonus.
Okay.
Never mind.
Anybody else who's not bickering, roll a perception check.
No, we're bickering.
Well,
Yeah.
who counts as not? Define bickering for
All
us.
four of us were.
Are you just jealous because I did it in a bed, not somebody's grave?
This seems very unnecessary to discuss this here. I was just saying that these aren't our items.
They're not, but they're not anybody's items.
Look. It doesn't matter. These items have been here for 50 years. Nobody's missing them.
Exactly.
We should take our time and investigate thoroughly.
I don't think it's a good idea to be just carrying these things with us, but we know where they are and we can come back and the door's not locked anymore. So
True. There's that.
I'm not concerned about that. It's the selling them later without showing them to the authorities first.
didn't have any problem with the scythe.
That's not in the holding cell. These belong to specific people.
Well, I don't care very much what happens here, as long as I'm more interested in trying to find our magic objects.
So, since we know that this is the holding room for important items, we're gonna take 20 on perception in this room.
Okay. So
And look for hidey holes, look for nooks, look for a wall safe.
So taking 20, you basically take like an hour going through this room, rifling through stuff, pulling the shelves off the walls to see if there's anything behind them. Eventually, let's see who's lucky enough to get it.
Dwarfy.
Do we have to roll for
Get
luck?
what?
We should roll percentile dice.
All right, it is Dwarfy.
Yeah.
So as you are all searching around this room, high and low, Dwarfy starts pushing on the wall, basically, and eventually he pushes open a secret door.
Oh.
Secret door.
Wow.
Here?
I found it.
Dwarfy, that's fantastic.
Well,
Excellent
such a
work,
good job.
Dwarfy.
Well done.
And Dwarfy will crawl through the door because it's a very small door to get through. He'll crawl through, go inside, and he's like, "Oh, this is where the items were."
All of them?
Man.
But I see there's an axe, there's a hammer, that looks like a flute of some sort, and that's a book.
Wow.
Is there anything else?
Not that I see.
Well, bring those out, Dwarfy.
All right, coming through. And he starts tossing things through.
That is crazy.
Yes.
Scraping along the ground.
Can you imagine if we didn't search thoroughly? We were
If we
just like,
didn't do
maybe
it.
they're on another floor.
Didn't take 20 and just went somewhere else.
Man, that would have sucked.
Like, didn't use the hint that we were given by the person who would know. Yeah.
That 20 wisdom check really is that's where you tell your players, like, seriously, look here.
Yeah. Because y'all are about to just go off to another floor. And I'm like, no.
No, I
They're-
didn't.
they're
I never said that. I never said we were leaving the room, but it's just arguing about what to do with the rest of these things.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like earlier when I said roll
yeah,
the wisdom check
Oh, yeah.
to know that there was a place to go.
Yeah.
And that's why I was also, when Richard said earlier in the evening, well, I don't think it'd be stupid enough to have everything all in one room.
Maybe they are.
They are.
I take it back when it's a secret room behind a locked room. That's different.
Oh, man.
That's a vault, actually. So, we found these things. We need to take them back to Vasoriana.
I want to investigate
Why?
them. I mean,
Why?
we got them,
Didn't
but
she say she needed them to...
No.
She doesn't need them? She's not
I
going to
thought-
put some mojo on them or something?
No, I thought that she needed them to vanquish...
We
no.
need to use them against the ghost.
Okay,
What
never
she's-
mind. Don't
what,
listen
what
to
you're
me.
thinking. No, you're thinking of something. It's we need to use these items to defeat the haunts. She needs something from her husband to finally seal everything away.
Did she say what it was that she needed from her husband?
Something that signifies his authority.
I predict it's the baton.
Yeah, police baton is what I'm guessing,
Or, yeah.
Have we found a
or
baton?
badge.
or maybe a sheriff's badge. Yeah.
badge.
So as Dwarfy's bringing these out, Roderick wants to investigate them closely to see if there's anything of note he can find about them, and if any of them are magic. I mean, I imagine the spellbook might be.
Spellbook is, the hand axe is magical.
Oh, for duh, I should have cast Detect Magic again. Like, further in the room. Herp-a-derp. Would have detected him through the wall.
Yeah.
I'm smart.
Yeah,
Continue.
It's just the spellbook and the hand axe are the two that are magical.
Magic.
Spellcraft? Well, I get why the spell book's magical. That's the hand axe.
It's a spell book.
The hand axe is the one that I'm curious of. A natural one again. Okay. Switching die.
So Roderick wants to look in the spell book, but he's also very nervous about looking into the Splatterman's spell book. There might be a trap on it or a glyph or something.
So is Vivian. She's kind of just wary of it as well, but she's very curious.
I'm curious, magic users. How do we use these things against these creatures?
I would throw it at them.
I think we bash them over the head with them.
Yes, the axe especially.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that's how it's done.
Zenobia, I think that is a very insightful question. I was sitting here weighing whether I should look into this book, but it is possible that I will have to if I am intending to use it against the Splatterman.
Wait.
Roderick, you're holding the book?
Yes.
As you're holding the book, you start noticing, like, the palm of your hand starts to hurt for a second as you're holding it. And you notice your name being etched in blood on the front of the book.
He drops it immediately on the ground.
Does the writing continue?
It still continues your name.
Can anyone else see it?
Mm-hmm. Everyone else sees it.
Oh.
Does this mean the book's yours now, Roderick?
No.
I need to roll a really quick knowledge on that. Religion or Arcana?
Arcana.
Give me a good roll. 17.
17.
I got a higher one.
Oh, wow.
Does it matter?
Well, neither of you know the exact, spell or whatever that this is doing, but it's essentially that this book has claimed you.
Ooh.
So, does that mean you have to fight the Splatterman?
I don't know what it means.
Does that mean we each get a thing? If that book
Depends on
claims
what
you,
kind of thing you want.
well, I mean to fight because there's look, there's 5 of us.
Well, if the book has claimed me, and there's nothing I can do to stop it, so I guess there's no point but to read it now.
Yeah, that seems like a terrible idea. But I was talking about, you have the book and you defeat the Spider-Man. And someone has an axe and defeats whoever owns the axe. I wasn't paying attention. And you so on
Somebody
and so
hits
forth.
him with a flute, hits the...
Yes, no, someone plays
Piper.
the flute.
I don't think that's exactly how it works. I don't think it matters who has the item.
But that one claimed him.
But that's because of the kind of...
But that's because the
object
Splatterman's
it
a
is.
magic user.
Yeah, but I rolled a higher...
Do you want to have one of the items to hold yourself there,
Yes,
Skull?
I wanna
That's
be
what you want.
important.
Which item do you want?
The axe, maybe?
Okay, you can hold the axe.
Okay.
All right. Okay, continuing on. So the book's claimed you.
Zenobia's not touching any of this stuff. She might poke it with a cold iron short sword.
So as Roderick's name appears on the book, Vivian's gonna reach forward and put a hand on Roderick's shoulder and just be like, "Oh, Roderick, this is not good."
I find this very unsettling.
I agree.
And Thurskell, you're now holding on to the axe. As you look at the axe, the tip of the axe just starts dripping blood. And
Can we all see that?
Ew, ew,
Yep.
ew, ew, ew. Look,
You can
look,
all see
look,
it.
Look. It's
Ew.
dripping blood.
Thurskell, you wanted to hold it. I don't know why you're surprised.
Dwarf, I dare you to lick it.
No.
Thurskell, stop it.
Roderick's gonna roll Arcana on that. 19.
Ooh, I got a natural 19. So that's a 24.
You would assume it's some sort of psychic link to the lopper.
So do I feel anything when I'm holding it, or just see the
looper.
blood?
You don't. You just see the blood. You don't feel anything yet.
Yet.
That is so gross.
And then it's the Piper and the
Marauder.
You have the hammer. for the
hammer.
marauder.
Oh, you have 2 things. You have the spell book and the holy symbols.
He does now, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, for story's sake, Vivian's going to go forward and hesitantly pick up the flute.
Okay.
Because of the songbird.
Yeah.
Are you a musician? Can you play it?
She can sing. She doesn't have that, but she's not going to play it.
Yeah,
Who
no,
knows
that's
how many
gross.
mouths have been on this? That's gross.
She sanitizes it.
50-year-old spit?
We'll pour some holy water through it.
Roderick
not
still
a bad
has
idea.
prestidigitation cast, so you can clean it.
I'm not playing the flute. I'm just looking at it.
So does blood come out of the flute ends?
Nope. Nothing happens when she picks up the flute.
And Dwarfy, feeling emboldened by this, picks up the Marauder's hammer.
Okay.
Zenobia, mistrusting magic, touches
Nothing
none of it.
Nothing happens with the hammer.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
So it was just basically the magical
Bopped
items.
him in the head.
Oh, that makes sense. Duh. Yeah, they were the 2 magical items. That's smart. That's smart thinking.
It's wicked smart.
So we've got all of the items. Do we need to visit Visorion, or should we press on? Or should we, take a day, rest up?
I think it might be worth visiting Vesoriana and letting her know of our progress. And I immediately want to take this book to Father Grimborough to see if he has any insight.
I was going to suggest that you open this in the temple rather than here.
I think that is very wise. You are a very wise woman, Zenobia.
So let's find some cloth to insulate it.
Dampen it with holy water.
Yeah.
Yes. I think we should do that with all these objects, that we shouldn't be touching them directly, in my opinion.
All right.
She says as she pokes stuff.
So the plan is to head to Vesoriana and then head back in. We don't want to stay here.
Well, with that, we've cleared the entire first floor. That was the end of it.
Yay! High fives all around.
All right.
Okay.
Yay.
I'm going to gather up all these objects, because whether we sell them or take them back and give them to their people, we're not leaving them here.
The non-5 objects.
The non-5 objects.
Agreed. That's fine. But they still have the tags on them. Is Vivian's point? Like we could trace the.
And again, I don't care enough
ownership.
about the property. I just want. I want it to get to the.
Yeah, I don't think it should stay
Out of here.
Okay.
But I also want that when we do finally leave, that everything is in one place and we don't have to go back to all these rooms.
So, that's the other thing we'll do is so we definitely want to head back into town. I definitely want to rest. Vivian wants to rest once more before heading into the horrible dungeon that I'm sure is horrible. We need to get. I think we've got the manacles and
the branding irons.
Did we grab those yet? I don't
We
think
haven't.
grabbed the branding irons.
But we're going to be going by that room.
Yeah,
as
so
we
we're
go
doing a
back to
final little
Visoriana's.
shopping trip. You walk around the store once, and then you go back through and get the things that you want.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
All right.
Were the branding irons still a live haunt, though?
Yeah, they were.
Okay.
Doubles the price.
Then maybe we don't get them yet
Doubles the price.
It does over at the
if they're still working.
the Spooky Emporium.
I'm going to leave that between you and Gary, how you figure that out.
Vivian's not caring about any of it, but
I'm not going to mess with them until later. They're right next to Vesoriana. If we take them, that's great. If we don't, that's also okay.
We know where they live.
We know where they live. Yeah. I don't want to re-trigger that haunt right now.
all right, to Vesoriana.
So you're going to Vesoriana first before going to town?
Yeah.
All right. So you've cleared the first floor. You had
I never remember that group, but it's all the little feet moving.
The offbeats.
The offbeats, yeah.
You head back over to Vesoriana, and you see her beautiful blue form rise up again.
Miss Vesoriana, we have come to report our progress.
Oh, hello, my friends.
My mom and I were talking off mic. She pointed something out. She would be a Madame Vesoriana. She ain't no virgin. She ain't no unwedded.
I said Ms.
Either way, it'd be Madame.
Or my lady.
Go jump in the lake.
It's outside.
Wait, which one? The poop lake or the good lake?
The lake,
Take
the
your
water
pick. We have come to report our progress. We have cleared this whole first floor of haunts and other dangers, except maybe the brands in the other room.
Yes, those things like to go flying everywhere.
Yes. We also found all of the objects that are tied to the 5 prisoners.
Good. I'm glad you were able to find those. Now you can use them against those remaining insolent pests.
So how do we use them? I mean, look at this axe; it's dripping blood.
It is. I'm afraid it will continue to do that until the lopper is taken care of.
So, okay.
My lady, can we take these things from Harrowstone to the village?
Which things?
These objects.
Which ones? The 5.
The 5.
Can we take these?
Can we take them out of these walls?
I wouldn't recommend that. They are connected to those individuals, and I'm afraid that if they leave the grounds of the prison, that it would bring a closer connection to Ravengrow.
Wow, that was a good question. That was a really good question.
How
to
ugly
ask.
could that have been?
Oh man, Gary was just waiting for that.
For us to bring all this stuff in so he could destroy the Temple of Pharasma. Boy, she would have been pissed. You idiots. Wow. So, we have a conundrum. My lady, can we leave these here for you to guard while we go replenish our strength and have some lunch?
Yes, I will look over them. You may either leave them here or you can leave them in my husband's office.
That's a good idea.
either way.
Do you have the combination to his safe?
Unfortunately, I don't. That was one secret he kept from me.
But you're like a ghost, right? Can't you just stick your hand in there and pull whatever's in there out?
I could potentially look through it, but I couldn't reach
Remove
in.
it.
Also, I haven't been able to leave this room.
What keeps you here?
That I'm not sure.
It's another mystery.
I'm assuming it is
Yeah, she's just a stupid ghost.
the fact that this is... I'm assuming this is because this is where I died.
Of course. I'm sorry. It was a rude question.
Well, I am very glad that we stopped by to confer with you before we made a terrible mistake. We shall leave these in your husband's office.
Okay, I think they will be safe there. And I do hope now you have the means to defeat these evil creatures that are in the dungeons below.
So, I have a question about the blood again. So, if the blood gets in the office, does that taint the office?
No.
I actually thought of something else. Vivian she's kind of hesitant to go back to town. Of all people, Vivian's like, I don't think we should leave. What if these are very powerful items that we found, and now they're open to anyone that were to come here, and there's no dangers to thwart anyone. What if the Whispering Way comes upon us?
You know, I hate to admit that, but she's right.
Should we stay in the warden's office as well?
I think we might need to.
Is that okay with you, Zenobia?
I don't think that there is much choice. We can't leave these things for some random child to find.
Or cultists.
And the Whispering Way is evil personified, so...
Yes, I've
I
seen...
think we must, but we do need to rest. And
Yes.
I need a snack.
She's very hangry.
Not apples.
She's very hangry.
Did anybody bring rations? I mean, I didn't because, we've been going home.
You're very
tonight.
strong, but you're not very smart.
I did.
I did.
I did as well. Here's something.
We'll share.
Okay.
Dwarfy chimes in, also with... Oh, and, Sariana also packed us lunches yesterday that we never
I forgot
ate.
about that.
Yes.
This is true.
So,
Well.
we have food.
Yay.
Very well. We can keep you company off and on, if you prefer, Madam Vesoriana. But when we sleep, we will go sleep in the warden's office.
We could tell ghost stories.
I know some of the best ghost stories.
Yes, I would imagine you have a few.
just a couple.
Very well.
I was really proud of that one.
All right. So you guys head back to the warden's office, where you will rest for the night. As you start to bed down to in the evening telling ghost stories, you start to feel really proud of yourself for clearing that first floor, because suddenly you're level 3.
So
Finally,
excited.
it feels like way too
Yes.
soon, but I'll take it.
Oh, I'm so
And-
excited.
I'll take it.
And we will pick this up next week.
Yay.
Way too soon. It's been nonstop fighting.
True that.